Where are you gay?
Shut up! She loves me.
Okay, guys. Can you say that on the pod?
Mister. Should we call you Mister?
I mean, Casta short hair. So.
No,
But seriously, Mutuzo would be a man in the
Are we allowed to
relationship.
crack that joke on the phone?
No. There are certain jokes you don't
You're
crack.
not making this.
Guys, eh?
So,
Welcome back to Nothing Serious. It's episode 5. I remember the people who told us we won't make it. The people who told us we are copycats. People who said Rasta men can't do shit.
Yeah.
And that guy at Clamato who said we have nothing serious to talk about. We are now on episode 5. So, guys, we told you it's going to be different today. Even my accent is different. You know that. Yeah. And we have a guest today, and this is Mr. Yeah?
Yes, come on, guys.
Oh, shoot.
Specific.
So we have two guests today.
Yes.
I'm too excited, man. Aine, how did you do this? Anyway, welcome back to Nothing Serious. Pyepar,
Beewol,
Troy Limu Cartel.
Derek Dasha.
Mutuzo, Ruby.
yes, and Ruby. So we have two guests on the show today. That's Mr. Troy Elimu here, and the girlfriend. The girlfriend is called Ruby.
Ruby.
Yeah.
That's your girlfriend,
That's
Troy?
my daughter.
Oh, sorry.
But so anyway,
And the daughter
Guys.
Ruby.
It's a relationship.
hizo banga mfunye tata.
You guys are getting too comfortable.
Let me posting pictures on IG home with my puppy. Kumbe these ends after the phone is So guys,
She
welcome
loves
back.
me.
We're excited. It's episode 5. We have a special guest here, and I'll get into that a couple of minutes later. But for now, I'll start with Mutuzo. You could tell us how your week was. What's been happening? Apart from buying a vest and boxers for your boo.
Don't embarrass me. Jesus.
You don't buy boxers.
My week has been flat. Like nothing interesting happened to me this week. They didn't even abuse me on Twitter. Strange. Guys,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I saw you trending like on Monday, Tuesday. No.
It hasn't happened.
Nothing tremendous has happened.
Yeah.
I've never
But
seen you this week.
Valentines. This Valentine's
That-
week, you should be.
I am behaving myself, guys. I am truly
So,
behaving myself because Friday tuliko Valentines njabadira
Basically, nothing serious happened in our life.
Nothing.
Nothing,
Well done.
yeah.
Well done.
I know.
I think I don't know why I feel like they placed a bet for her. Like if she doesn't trend, she'll get whatever she wants for Valentine's. So she's like keeping her cool. She's like, guys, I ain't saying nothing.
You might
Valentine's.
actually be right about that.
Yeah, you know, usually they ask me, did you have to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
that's,
my
and that's
head. Yeah,
and
that's
by
it.
the way, and that's a very deep question.
Did you have to
When
say
they ask
that?
you, did you have to say that? Chikutula mno gamba.
It's as deep as when a chick asks you, "What are you thinking?"
Do you know what I was asking myself?
Even if you weren't thinking, you start thinking.
Yeah. Do you know what I was asking myself the last time we shot at home? What was I thinking? Going out with Aine.
Oh, come on.
Bruv,
Big mistake.
I know some of you saw us at that bar
Yeah.
where we were at on Thursday.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
and for context, for those who don't know, this guy dragged us to some establishment after we shot our pod.
They
Took us
left
to
me at
place.
home sleeping.
And he paid the whole bill.
Gaga.
At least.
Yeah, he paid the whole bill.
At least, but he didn't get us any
But, and he does a show very early in the morning. He reports at what, 6 a.m.? 6 a.m. He's the one who made us stay till late. Got to 1 a.m., wanted to leave. He's like, no, guys, like, just one more drink. 2 a.m., he's like, no, guys, busy.
Wait.
I'm like, what the hell?
Aine is such a smooth
I don't
talker.
understand.
I plead the fifth,
Yeah,
and
so,
the pod
yeah.
being my witness. This is the last time I'm hanging out with these jammers. Okay, apart from tomorrow, 'cause we're breaking some shows tomorrow, so we're gonna be somewhere. You'll see us in black. It's gonna be amazing. So, in case you're watching this pod on Saturday, just know we had a good time on Thursday
And Friday.
Hey, by the way, after that plan on Thursday, akafako kandi kola.
So tell us, how was your week?
Meanwhile, as Mutuzo, I know nothing about what happened. Which shows?
Mutuzo,
It was a boys' night out.
You said you had paperwork.
It was a boys' night. Yes, she told us.
She said she had paperwork.
You had the web presentation the next day.
Yeah.
We were like, you know what? Let her do
I think I need another girl on the pod.
She's there.
She's there.
She's still there.
Dr. Ruby.
Like what the hell?
We go out.
Dasha, tell us. How was it?
My week was a smooth one. It was a good one, really. No big highlight, yeah. But of course, I was excited in as far as episode 4 dropping. Big shout out to everyone that came through in the comment section. Yeah, you know, there's one unique comment that got me. Some guy who said that he woke up to the pod.
It was actually a girl.
A girl, yeah.
Angelina. I
Angelina.
didn't know the name.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, she
Are
woke
you
up to the
stalking
pod,
us
so
like Loki?
it was
I am
amazing.
stalking the pod Loki. Like
Good to know.
literally.
At least you're
guys.
giving us views.
So yeah. Saturday was more of just work in the morning. Yeah, my work. So yeah, but it was good. It was good.
Yes,
But
sir.
why don't we save the best for the last?
No, let him tell us.
Sure, before Beewol tells us.
Let him tell us.
My week. Should I start from the weekend?
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sunday. I'll start from Sunday because I feel like the week starts on Sunday and some days. Yeah, we celebrated Sheila at her birthday party.
Which Sheila is this?
Sheila
Sheila
Kashumba.
Kashumba.
Which other Sheila do you
To
know?
ask. There are many Sheilas.
Which other Sheila do you think? Troy.
Boldly, don't talk about. You see the confidence, like we celebrated Sheila.
Like she can call Sheila now, and Sheila's gonna be like, "Yo, Troy, what's up?"
But no, Sheila is a big stepper. Yeah, moving the entertainment industry and the nightlife, and yeah.
True.
Sunday we out, chop life. Of course, Monday was suffering over there. Yeah, trying to recoup
Yeah.
and try and get the mind back to work. I'm rocking one of the things that has been stressing me out.
Looking dope.
Yeah, thank you, sir. You guys are getting an exclusive of
Yeah, that's what's up.
levitation.
Yeah.
We told them it would be different.
Levitation.
What did they say?
Yeah, this is to the
They were just there telling
chill.
us we wouldn't make it.
Michelle,
Seeing what's happening to me.
what's with you and your new
You
lover?
chose to sit with her. Like what the hell?
This girl has refused to like
Isn't that how babes operate?
Attachment issues.
Yeah.
Thank you.
physical touch.
Anyway,
Moving on.
levitation.
It's like how you buy a washing machine and complain about the noise.
Wow, bro. Dang.
look,
Troy
bro.
didn't see this one coming.
I know.
Right?
So it's been a busy week, basically.
Yeah, busy week trying to make sure. I feel like the process is where the work is. Many people don't see the creative process, but that stuff can drain
That's it.
you.
That's it.
It
You guys seem
does.
to be creative. You guys seem to be enjoying. Every time I see a person who is into fashion and entertainment, they seem to be enjoying their lives. Where's the suffering?
There is creative. There is entrepreneurship.
Wow. Okay.
Those are two very different
Those are
things.
two different things. So the creative part, of course, I'm loving it. I'm loving how I'm doing
It's-
the
it's
design,
easy.
the sketchy part, and then the numbers bit. How many pieces am I gonna sell? What is my return on investment? Are people gonna like this? What is my marketing strategy? How am I putting the brand out there? Well, that's where the math is and the stress. Yeah, I tell the supplier has taken a whole month. China is in Sijui, holidays. Why are you having holidays in Jan?
Yeah. That's like their new. I think it's
Yeah, like why?
They have the new thing
Yeah?
going on.
Yeah, so that stuff really drains out creatives.
Where do you draw the line of quality? 'Cause
Quality.
I'm looking at creative, sit down, it's a shirt, so you basically know it's either going to be short sleeved or long sleeved. There isn't so much into it, but now when we draw down to the fabric itself,
Yeah.
like what triggers what quality you use for this particular merchandise?
So many people, when they're buying merch, they don't look at that tag. But there's a tag around your neck or around your waist that has polyester this percentage, cotton this percentage, linen this percentage.
Yeah.
So it tells you how much material of every cloth is in that piece. There's cotton, there's
I think-
linen. So you'll see that you get so materials will look
Michelle,
different
it's
because of
here.
different-
It's here. It's here.
Okay, so let's see what you're wearing.
Hey!
You really want to do this now? You really want to do this now?
90% beard.
You really want to do this now?
10% everything else.
Little bit.
Should we get you new lenses?
You get good. Yeah.
I can't
Musanyo.
actually
100%
100%
cotton.
That's
Yeah.
my man.
Your face shaking.
Me. It's like finding me wearing a denim cartel jacket and you think I'm
I
a
just
shake.
want to remind of the Gawale you were wearing last week.
But so it's been a busy week basically.
Yeah, busy week, but I'm
good.
so happy to be here. I rarely share my personal space even with interviews. You have to really be like my
All
people.
the time.
Yeah.
That's why when you say this, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
by the way, guys, this is Troy's hood.
This is,
Yeah, like this. Don't
Say
even
that
say the
thing.
name before I talk about it. Don't say the name because people will stalk him.
Yeah.
This nigga's hood is on Google Maps. Like he gives you his. Let me not rattle
Yeah,
it, but
that's-
he'll
that's
give you
it.
the name. Let's say Pyepar House. You go on Google Maps, you
And
just
it's there.
type Pyepar, even safe
And it's
border.
there.
Historical
You type-
landmark.
Yeah, but safe border it doesn't work. It works when you put safe car. Pyepar House. Oh,
Wow!
I told him send me a pin.
Yeah.
That one deserves it.
Well,
I told him.
Is Michi part of this episode?
Guys, I
Imaginary
told you I need
cheers.
another girl.
So I told him, send me a pin. He sent me a name. I'm like, nigga, send me a pin. He's like, that's the place. So I had to look the name up and then it popped up and I was like, yo, bruv.
yeah.
When you have a thing coming here and then she just sees your name on Google Map because she might even think you own this place.
Welcome to
But,
the yard.
but
Welcome
yeah,
to the
we're
yard.
glad to have you.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine. Yeah.
Very creative guy, man.
And it's a very beautiful.
So
Thank you.
we're going to talk about it quite a bit.
Yeah, everything in the house is on auction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. All
So
right.
in a gallery,
I'm taking this.
yeah,
How much?
$500.
What?
Let me tell you. If I check it, the video guys, I'm already undercutting them. They'll be like, yo, if you can. But Bana does your way.
Yeah, my week has been very active. First of all, as you may see, I'm wearing this on purpose.
Yeah.
The Gazelles, the female senior basketball team of Uganda, qualified for what you would call the World Cup.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm
Go,
using
girl.
language that you understand.
Yep.
And you qualified by beating Egypt.
Egypt.
Now, Egypt, for those who don't know, for context, Egypt is a very tough, it's the toughest team.
Yeah.
And we're playing Egypt in Cairo.
Yeah.
So we're playing
Yeah,
in their home.
home ground, yeah.
Yeah. And they've beaten us before a number of times. Yeah. So that's one. And then two, the captain of the Gazelles, Jenna Sinde, she was the MVP of the tournament.
Yeah.
Put up very, very good numbers, and the girls they made me very, very proud. So, and there's a clip that I want producer to cut out, and I want us to send to the Gazelles that you did us very, very proud. It's been a long time since the Ugandan teams represented us either on the continental level or on the international level. So thank you very much for flying the flag. And for some of us who love and appreciate basketball,
Yeah.
we will do what we can to support the cause. So that's why I'm wearing this.
Adding on to that, just from the Nothing Serious pod, Gazelles, thank you so much for representing us. However,
Yeah.
just me as me, kanongena kuisao kange, Jamila Nanskombi. Well done. Well done. See, it's okay. God did. It's my hill.
Are you circumcised?
It's my hill.
She fine.
It's my hill.
She fine.
Yes.
Oh,
And she has nice tattoos. Oh my God.
That's a nice jump. Oh.
Anyway, so Jamila,
Bro.
I know it was 2 years the last time you played country basketball and you had decided to raise your boots, but then you decided to come back, and I can't think of a better way to welcome you back home. God damn. I wish to sit down with you over lunch when you say this. Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Your
Well done.
daughter is done.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and then finally, also our she cranes, the netball team, will beat Malawi in the third place playoff, the 2025 Vitality Netball Series. Very, very tough tournament. But of course, how Uganda is with netball. We're very, very good. We missed out on playing the final. It was really close. But we got the third place. We beat Malawi, as I said. So this entire week I've been celebrating Uganda. I've been happy about that. And finally, I'm happy that finally we have a governor for Bank of Uganda.
Yeah, true.
And I have him on WhatsApp.
What?
Hey,
So yeah,
he's your boy.
he's my boy.
Troy is my boy.
Anytime now.
Anytime now.
Nothing serious poured.
Yeah.
Probably and financially. Sponsored by.
So
that's
before we go on, I wanted us to just play a small game because we have a new guest on the show.
Pyepar, your week though.
Yeah.
first tell us
about your week before we get into the game.
You didn't talk it.
No, we didn't.
Okay, man. My week was all about preparing for this sport because why I chose to go back to the roots. Like initially, I wanted to get a big time celebrity, a musician, or something. But at the end of the day, after getting frustrated, because apparently everyone's Wednesday evening is busy, I sat down and said, I have to read through everything I've written about this podcast. The times I do that. So when I read through, I got back to that thinking of, this was not supposed to be a celebrity show. Your creatives get a creative. Yeah. So exactly. So when I looked through my entire roster, I was like, but man, who are the original people I told this idea about? And that's when Troy came up.
Yeah.
And Troy is the person who knew about this sport in like those days of lockdown.
The station.
It was called 1962. We would just chill, meet at some kafunda, Nalia, right?
Yeah, Nalia.
Sit down there till like 1, 2 a.m. walk home. Because they're not bothered.
There's some chick right there who's wondering, it's like, what? Troy in a kafunda? God damn.
Yeah, man.
Yes!
We used to battle this nigga, yo.
But
Everybody has a kafunda.
let the record show, and this is now from me and Dasha and Mutuzo and Troy, that this motherfucker puts in a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like so much.
So don't blame me when we go out and we have a good time, bro.
He puts in a lot of work.
You know what that means, eh?
You see all of us here looking good.
You know what that-
good? It's because of this motherfucker.
You know what that
He
means?
calls me like
There's a lot
4
of research.
times before we get to shoot.
Yeah.
Like at some point, probably the other person in my life might get worried. He calls me like every day, like, hey, so I was thinking the sound, what? And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And then in the evening, he'll come, hey, so an idea crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow morning, hey, today, was it today when you called me and I had to walk out of class? Like today, I walked out of class. Like, Faisal, are you okay? So I was. By the way, respect you.
I think I'm looking for the celebrity
We
job.
really appreciate you.
Getting work done.
And we're about to levitate.
Yeah.
So that kept me busy. The other bit that kept me busy was Valentines.
Obviously.
Valentines.
Shout out. Give a shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wava because personal.
sorted you,
My God, Wava.
Yeah.
If Wava ever leaves the country,
You're
even my
finished.
relationship is done.
I mean,
Because the day will come up, I'll call Wava, be like, Wava, this is the day, this is the budget.
what happens if she has like
Figure
a trip
something
to
out
get
for me,
to?
huh?
Man, that's
She
how
will
good my
make it
friends are.
happen.
She'll figure
Listen,
something out.
That's how good my
Because she
friends are.
deserves
one
a
thing
treat.
about Wava is if you are her friend, she will practically die for you. She's flying out, she will make it happen. Somehow, all you have to tell her is, listen, I need this at this time. And
She'll sort you out.
Tagenda her confirmations are with money.
But I hope Wava hasn't paid you people too.
No.
You know she's my baby.
I'm getting to what
She
shocked
has-
me.
Yeah, then it's fine.
I'm getting to what shocked me. So now flowers, bruv. The bouquet I wanted is 200k.
No, say it again.
200k.
Was Uli.
These are like
Zuri
15
the
flowers.
Tugenda zinywa go.
That's just flowers with wrapping and all that. No chocolates, no any of that
Just
stuff. let me speak for all Ugandans. You people are selling flowers, eh? Mwede. Because what the heck, man? God damn. Yo.
You just had to throw the florists under the bus.
And you know who I feel sorry for? Single guys. Because single guys now have to
going
sell
to
flowers
sell
to like
bouquets.
5 guys.
Bro.
Yeah.
Why are you shaking
Why
the
are you
table?
shaking?
Why?
Dasha,
Yeah.
how many people are you sending flowers tomorrow on Friday?
Problems have arrived.
Mose, if
What's
you
the
cut this
basketball
part
player?
out of this spot, I'll pay you 1 million shillings. Mose,
Let me
if you cut this part out, I'll pay you 1 million shillings.
I swear.
We move on.
We move on.
Definitely, don't worry. It's coming. Yeah, so anyway, while doing that, I also wanted to do something special with my hair. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My only issue is every time I let the hair, I let it hang. You get like how Nicki Minaj said, let it hang.
Let it hang.
Cardi B, sorry. So every time I let it hang, I always I have this phobia of maybe there's a fly on my ear or something. I've realized, yeah. I'm not used to having my own hair or on my skin. Yeah. Now when I came here and I saw Bob Marley and all these guys, I was like, yo. Oh, by the way, he's also one of the reasons why I started growing out my dreads.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I met this guy in lockdown.
Damn.
Where was that? Gooty's place.
Guti.
Nalia, next to that school. And this guy had hair like already down these ends. Me back then, it was a joke. It wasn't hair, it was just a joke. So I said, man, if this young boy can do this shit, it can't be that expensive to maintain.
Yeah.
But blood, let me tell you guys today, even us who have dreads,
Minimum spend.
expensive. The hair I wanted to do, $250.
Troy,
I have a question.
okay.
You guys with dreads have this whole Rasta thing, lifestyle, blah blah blah. I don't get it. I want to get it. I want to get like what's so fascinating about dreads. Like Faisal's dreads are like his
Identity.
That is trademark.
Brand identity.
like he can't.
They love
So if you want to like kill Faisal, I think like cut off his hair.
I feel
So I think it probably is the same thing for you because
Yeah,
I don't know if like they can like show this piece. It's so beautiful, and when you see it from outside,
so. I'll tell you
So I
about
want
these
to-
pieces. I think maybe.
now, because we're talking
now.
about
we're like it's the Rasta thing.
Answer her first
Yes.
question.
Yeah, I
about
want to
the
understand it,
Yeah.
especially if you think about how, say, Ugandans. I don't know if it's the same out there, but like for Ugandans, how they perceive people that have dreadlocks.
Dreads,
Yeah.
Faisal is also in like the corporate space.
Yeah.
I like want
It's
to
hard.
understand.
Yeah, it's hard.
He's a creative, so most people will understand
Yeah.
you and your dreadlocks and all because you're in that space. But now like Faisal, who is in a corporate space, he's half the time when he tricks me, he's like next to the CEO, director, MD.
Yeah.
But like with his hair, I don't know. Does that show that maybe we are like progressing a little bit? Because back then, people would cut you the minute you have hair. You're like done for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What do you think?
help me
So
understand.
I'm going to start with I feel like you've asked like 3 questions.
Yeah.
The first question is there's 2 different types of rastas. There's the generational rastas who have seen the trend of having dreadlocks and they think it's it's cool, it's hippie, it's what I'll do my twist, I'll do dreadlocks. And then there's the rastas who understand that Rastafari culture. Yeah, like for me it's who I am, it's my identity, and it's even beyond. Like for me, I read books like Dr. Sebi's books and stuff, and this is very spiritual. You get what I mean? Like even in the Bible, when Samson's hair was cut, he lost a lot of strength. You get what I mean? Like there's that aspect of Rastafari to it.
Spirit.
It's without the hippiness, without the looking cool. You get what I mean? And then there is the next question of how do we break the stereotype? I feel it's what do you bring to the table, and how do you carry yourself, same as Faisal. I don't know, but you guys, let me first ask a question. Do receptionists have to add on angry face to their CVs or rude with their CVs? I don't know how many receptions I've walked to and I've gone to see a CEO. Okay, this used to happen back in the days when I wasn't so known. I'd be like going to see a CEO, you get? And then the reception will give you that attitude of,
What the hell?
but sit there.
Yeah.
Have you called him?
Yeah.
What? And then, I really love it when the person actually comes to get me down, like the CEO.
Now see the power.
I'm like, it really hurts me, but then I'm like, okay, it's chill. Because me, whenever I'm also stepping, I look fresh. I know I'm not that Rastafari you're going to look at and be like, oh, that's the quality. You get what I mean? Like I know I'm looking fresh, I'm smelling good. My watch probably is your salary. You get what I mean?
we want that team.
Receptionists, watch out.
So my time is so worthy. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and receptionists really give you that. Oh, you second doubt yourself of what's wrong with me, and it's just about their culture of thinking Rastafari, the thieves, drugs, what? And I'm like, okay, wait for it. CEO, yo, what's up, Troy? It's been a long time. Let's go have coffee. Not even in the office.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just because the conversations that we have. I am a creative, but also a businessman.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
I think it's a human thing, right?
Yeah.
To box people into certain small circles.
Judgmental,
Based on either lived history or history you've read or history you've been told, right?
Yeah.
That you've been told that women from this part of the country do this.
Yeah.
So when you bump into a woman, your first expectation is she should do this. So when she doesn't, it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the first thing human beings do when they're uncomfortable is create some sort of enmity. That's natural,
Boundary.
right? So I think, and I'm happy that people like you, I've got a friend, I don't even know if I should mention his name. He's been having his dreadlocks for a very, very long time.
I know him.
Yeah.
That's the only friend.
He was arrested sometime.
Oh, I think I know him as well.
Yeah, he was arrested sometime, taken to prison, and they cut the dread.
I know him.
He had grown them for years.
Yeah, man.
This
yeah,
motherfucker
I
was
know him.
pissed.
I felt his
He
pain.
was pissed. Now, other guys were like,
Wait, first tell me.
The name.
so,
The microphone. No,
He's a
yeah.
Rasta man.
Uh,
He's the guy who wake up in the morning and cut his mangoes and
Yeah.
So,
Oh, the only-
so they're like,
Guys,
Okay, let me write it for you. Let me write it for you.
wait.
Let me write it for you.
you're going to get no one.
You get it.
So there are people who would be like, you know what? It's just
Oh.
Yeah.
hair, right?
Okay, now we can move on.
You can go back again.
You grow it back, and for them, they don't see that this hair is a symbol of something.
Something
else,
right, yeah.
The same way, for example, Dasha,
Yeah.
his beards, right? They can grow up very quickly, right?
True.
But if somebody woke up and said, "They're just beards, cut them off," right? The way you approach it is different. So I think for everybody in whatever circle they are,
Yeah.
there is something that is bigger to them than the world.
And the world thing. And Troy, this leads me to my next question. Like Mutuzo said, we're literally in an era where we're trying to be adaptive with the dreads.
Yeah.
Pyepar is a very good example next to the MD, and he's doing his thing. And I want to try and understand, given the fact that that has been your look and brand identity for a while, even when you are still trying to establish yourself in the industry, did you ever feel at some point the stereotype was too much and you could actually lose the dreads? Did it ever occur to you that you should cut them off?
One thing. Listen to me, yes. One thing I know that God has ingested in me is you can't tell me nothing.
For real.
Okay.
That's
Like
true.
Kanye West
Yeah,
said,
that's true.
"You can't
Day
tell
one.
me nothing."
Like when I put my mind to something, and even my family knows this. Like,
Are you sure? At whatever
Sometimes
cost?
I eat at whatever cost. There are very many times Congolese or my salon guy, because I've had like only 4 salon guys for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
They tell me, yo, your hair is like worth 2K, like worth 3K.
Yeah.
You know
USD.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait,
well,
what?
US
USD.
dollars.
$3,000, baby
USD.
girl.
Because it's long. You
Some
get what I
people
mean?
buy hair.
Yeah, people buy it. In Nairobi, if you sleep in a matatu with your dreadlocks,
It's
business.
It's so far.
You wake up and you literally have lost your head.
So you say the thought had never crossed your
It has
mind.
never, and I've even gotten money in the corporate world, like to get a job, but I had to cut my hair off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has never crossed me. Like I
And
felt like
you didn't
I
take
have-
the job.
It's
Of course not.
Of course not.
like this is just a vessel. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I have to offer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah?
like that's my problem.
Yeah.
My problem is not like, of course you have a lot to offer, you have a lot to put on the table. My problem is most of the times you might not get the chance to actually
To
get
get
to
to that
the
point,
table.
yes,
You
that's-
get
yeah.
that when I
People
have
judge
to
you
people
before-
like, but when you present yourself before you even open your mouth to like present your tables, say I have Beewol and Faisal. In most instances, the person will quickly hear what Beewol has to say, even if Beewol doesn't have.
Yeah.
I have a painful memory.
That's what I want
You
to
get a tingly
understand.
point, but for me to know what I do, I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I usually try and prove you wrong.
That is good.
Troy,
You're either gonna see me on TV or in newspapers
I
or what. I'll be like,
have
okay.
a very fascinating question though.
Yeah.
Does hair get you more ladies? Like dreads?
Do you have white women?
Okay,
Like-
okay. Last week,
You may
like
not answer that.
Come on, Beewol. We're being honest.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Beewol, no.
yeah.
No, we
Ask him also, does the beard
So
get you more
how
men?
many ladies over the weekend have touched
Troy,
it?
I'm one of the hosts of this
How
pod.
many?
I'm sure they're like, no, so answer.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, fine. Let's do this, Troy.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Do you think Because this is going to be a yes or no question.
Yeah.
To simplify it for you,
Yeah.
do you think you have gotten more ladies
Yeah.
because of your dreads? Yes or no?
No.
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 All right.
Because also the type of ladies that I date or the type of ladies that I
Thank
know
you.
is
So far.
who would get pleased by beards,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
by dreads,
Yeah.
by
Why the
cars.
fuck did you have to begin with beards, bro?
Fuck out of here, man. I have a painful memory about my dreads. So me, my whole dreadlocks thing kicked off just there after actually lockdown, the intense lockdown. That's when I was like, and why? Because the place I was working at back then, Kisu, the Kampala International, there were kids as young as 5-6 years old with dreads. Yeah, and they were normal. Like these kids were topping the class. I had some other boy who was my very good friend, but he had dreads. So he told me, "But why do you like always go an afro? Can't you ever grow dreads?" I was like, man, this is a child. Maybe they're spoiled or something. Then I saw you. Then I saw just a couple of people online, and in my head I'm like, man, I need to look cool. I think the way to go is to get dreads. I'll tell you that seriously, I grew these dreads to first look cool.
Yes, sir.
But man, 5 months down the road, there's nothing. it's like I have horns. It's like I have very many
And
weeks.
you know hair teaches you patience.
Thank you. So 5 months down the road, nothing.
Yeah.
7 months, it's becoming painful. Like the money is also increasing. So I had to sit down and talk to some. Yeah, I had to sit down and talk to some boy of mine who told me, "Yo, man, a real Rasta, like in the hood." He just met me one time. He told me, "Hey, Okuzo Mugua." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying." So he sat me down and he told me, "By the way, do you know the way of life of Rastas?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You have to be one of the most humble people in the world. Like, maybe you don't, worship Haile Selassie, or you're not into drugs, or all this.
When they say Rasta,
Understand that whenever someone calls you Rasta, be humble.
You don't need a name.
Answer with disrespect.
Yeah.
Don't be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I took that principle all through my life until one day when I had a show. Okay, it's not this one. There's something else I did on YouTube couple of years back. Man, lockdown, eh? So there's this one person I wanted to interview, and I was excited to interview them. And the secretary point blank told me the reason he says no is because you have dreads. Like, how can he allow a boy? He actually called me a boy. How can he allow a boy with dreads to sit down with me on an interview, talk about business and all that stuff? So in my head I was like, oh, now let me do it. Like that's the day I sat down and said, I'm not cutting this shit. I'm going to grow it. If you see them and you don't like them, you die.
This is you singing. Look at me now. Look at me now.
I'm getting paper. Now you know where Pyepar came from.
I see you.
Before we move on to the next bit, I just want to send love to all the bald men out there.
Yeah.
I want to send love.
You just had to bring this to you.
Your lives matter. First of all, your lives.
big shout out to Bien.
Your lives matter. And fuck these guys. We are the shit.
Like Troy said, big shout out to Bien, our grandfather.
Wait. Shout out to Ruby. Look at her.
Ruby's really comfortable. Eh?
Like,
She has
look
not
at
moved
her.
a single bit ever since she
Even
found
like-
that posture.
Listen,
Don't
yeah.
steal my doggo. That's my security dog.
But guys,
Your security dog.
guys, real quick.
I'm a security dog.
Hey,
Security
Tosala.
dog. Lava.
Majeka kutaka.
Jango Troya Bobi.
How old is Ruby now?
Actually,
How old is she?
Like 2 years.
we're literally
Thank
cuddling.
God, 7 years in the game.
Guys, I want us to come back. I want us to come back.
I think we need to move on to like the next thing we're supposed
Yeah,
to talk
we're
about.
supposed to do a game. We have a game that we usually do.
We've done the. Oh, we're supposed
Yes,
to
we're
do
supposed
know
to
what,
game
yeah.
with Troy. Yeah.
Chill again,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Time is going.
Overtalk.
to get a mask.
Time is going. And
That
the
game
breaking...
Deko.
I don't know why
Hey.
it's not like 2 hours, man. Because
Aine complains every time we hit the hour mark.
yeah, no,
I'm
it's
doing
it's
it for
right,
you.
it's right. Let's
No, you have to actually always hit
No, guys, come on. One shot.
no.
One shot. Come on, guys.
Dasha.
Gwasingayo kuyomba, so we move on.
Wamba, tell us, fine.
Anyway, so the breaking story from the week is O-level results are out. Yeah. And man, it's not the same anymore. You know how you'd be there calling your cousins, what for 18, 16, 7 in 7, 8 in 8.
Now it's unique.
So As opposed to using a point-based system, learners are graded by A, B, C, D, or E. The UNEP ED, Mr. Odongo, said these letter grades were arrived at through systematic and technical processes which combine a learner's score based on continuous assessment done at school, which accounts for 20%, and end of cycle exams, which is 80%.
80%.
Yeah.
So basically, bakola coursework, ne bakola ne paper.
Tests and
Dasha,
what?
first take us through a quick what does each grading mean?
So if you're a parent and you're still wondering what exactly your kid,
You've been
your
lied
son,
to.
your
The
daughter
kid has lied to
scored,
them
or
in
they
classes,
probably
so
lied to you.
got that.
You know they cannot lie to you when you don't know. So you're in the green. Anyway, so real quick one. A, exceptional. A reflects advanced competency where students apply knowledge innovatively. B, outstanding, indicates a high level of competency with effective practical application of skills. C, satisfactory, shows adequate knowledge and skill application in real life situations. D, basic, represents a minimum competence minimum competency level with limited practical applications.
Limited.
Yeah. E, elementary. This is the lowest. Signaling difficulty in applying knowledge effectively.
So there's no F.
That's their
I
F9.
think that's a plus.
So E, F.
E is their F9.
Oh, is the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Actually, E is pass 8 to F9.
Pass
So
it.
A is D1
Yeah.
to D2. B is credit 3 to credit 4.
Who of you has a child?
What a child.
She's there.
I cannot talk about
Yeah,
crowd.
that's how you. Yeah.
Okay,
No, actually,
we
no.
might also have, but first we have to first die.
No. I
don't know, but
yeah,
sure.
yeah, but no, that's not how I found out. I was just scrolling on Twitter and like people were posting their results, their kids' results,
they're
my
not
sister
making
makers, and I'm thinking, when did we get to
Yeah.
EAO?
Yeah.
But I have a little brother who just finished senior 6, is waiting for his results. So I text him, I'm like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? And it's like, yeah, that's the new curriculum. I'm like, okay, please simplify it. So he was on explaining A is like
Oh,
D1 to
the-
D2,
oh,
B
I'm
credit
sure.
3 to credit 4.
I'm sure
C,
there's a guy somewhere who goes back home and tells her dad, I got an E. It means excellent.
but yeah, so it turns out
Excellent.
Distinction.
What would A be though?
what would A be?
What would A
What-
be?
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
But do you know that 80% of the students that sat Form 4 passed highly?
80%.
Oh, they say
Based on
they
this
say
grading.
89.2%.
But I also think
I
I
Yes.
think it's fair because when they say that 20% is off their analysis of the kids' performance during the term or during their education period, it's very fair because I feel like as any human beings, I feel like me actually back in school, there's when I had maybe bad times, so then maybe I lost my brother when I was in school, and that can
affected
get
you.
you get what I mean onto your education, but it doesn't mean you really.
Doesn't mean you're a failure.
You get what I
also-
mean?
I also like-
So it's very fair.
And I like the new grading system because it's cumulative, right?
Yeah.
Meaning when your child gets into senior 1, from the first day they begin school, they are graded.
Yeah.
So whatever is happening between
The
Form
tests, the
1 to Form
what.
4, it counts.
Should even be
towards
a
it.
bigger
I
percentage.
like it quite because some of us, for example, when I joined my senior 1, in senior 1 I was very, very active in class. I was very, very attentive and smart and whatever. In senior 2,
Wait.
like any other adolescent,
Let me ask.
I kind
You
of
do
zoned
know
out.
that's
Before you
like
go,
20%.
Did you have
guys.
hair then or not?
I had actually. I had.
And
So guys,
But
You have to show us those
an
pictures.
afro by
I'm
the
not
way.
going to show. But so in senior 2, I kind of zoned out a little bit. I zoned out a little bit because I got too comfortable. I was in a boys' school. I got too comfortable. I got into certain circles. And in senior 3, I was in that level. We used to escape from school. And in senior 4, I woke up. So I think it's nice to get a cumulative kind of thing. And also because many parents, when you take your child to school, you take your child to school in senior 1, but most schools around Uganda, be thinking about senior 4. They forget senior 2 and senior 3. They're like, me, I want my child to pass senior 4. So they forget that senior 2 and senior 3 are important. So what this thing is doing is you need to be involved from the word go.
And talking
So
about
here's
senior 4,
why I
I want to get it from Troy as a creative. You know, for a while now we've talked about the new curriculum. There have been suggestions of people getting themselves into hands-on skills, which fashion, you know, has a branch in there. If someone has gone through senior 4 and probably have not excelled as much as they anticipated, they probably have a couple of E's in there, not for excellency, but this time around, you know, the bare minimum. And they're Beewol, this is very serious, man.
I know.
and they're thinking of having themselves, you know, take on this other branch of hands-on skills. Is it high time that we embraced that direction? And as far as bettering the creative industry is concerned, or there is more that would meet the eye in terms of papers and qualifications?
First of all, I'm going to break everyone's heart. Entrepreneurship, the creative industry is not for everyone.
Thank you. No, say it again. Which camera should he look into?
Yeah, man.
No, which camera should he look into that
The
camera?
other.
And make that-
Entrepreneurship.
Make
Wait.
that statement from the
Mpola
start.
Mpola though. Like
Yeah.
Mpola Mpola.
I'll break your heart. Entrepreneurship and creativity or the creative industry is not for everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's even God chosen.
Yeah.
Like people who sing are handpicked. Yeah. Let the internet not tell you, oh, he started from the garage and he has Facebook. He started from where he dropped out of school. He has Meta.
Yeah.
Man, nigga.
It's a bit different.
In this Kampala, the sun will burn you in that garage.
That's very important.
They
Yeah.
should
So
cut
if you
this
get-
out for
Yeah.
Yes, we need it.
this
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you get the opportunity, the people who are not so blessed, but if you're blessed and you have the opportunity to go to school, go max out your credits at school, max out your exams.
Perform,
If you can go do a master's, your parents are still supporting you, slap the masters out,
Yeah.
slap the everything.
Yeah.
Be a doctor, honorable LLLEEEE, and your name comes. And then now if you want to do music, come and do it. Yeah. But also, if you feel like your gift is very personal and purposeful, you can have a balance.
There's room for you.
There's room of having balance. If I tell you, I was in high school, I was selling. If you remember, there were certain thread bracelets that would thread your name.
Yeah.
Thread manu.
I know Beewol.
Yeah.
Thread
Beewol
something.
definitely has
So
Yeah.
that was my business. There's a time even I was at school and I was selling groceries. No, like snacks.
Yeah.
I got expelled out of school. Like I had a business in my suitcase.
He didn't do any businesses himself.
Is that when you knew
But
you were going to be a creative?
There was this thing called Junior Achievement where they would teach kids how to run business,
Start up business. Omo, make soap, make
soap,
wine.
chibi,
International
chibi.
school.
No, no. I
The
was
government
not
schools
in-
do
I've
it.
never been to an international school, but it's like, should I say a program that they go around schools pitching this idea to schools. So if your school is interested, so the way people have like clubs at school.
Interact
debate.
Yeah,
So this is also like a
entrepreneurship
club.
clubs.
Junior
Actually,
achievement.
this is now my
So-
boss, Faisal. There's an initiative I'm working on for creatives, but it's targeting high school. So my boss, please, I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
discuss it off air.
Yeah,
Meanwhile-
I'm looking for a partner because I feel like this is a conversation we can take to schools. Like imagine me doing a school tour. I'm hosting people like
That
you,
would be big. That would
photographer, award. We're just trying to
Ah,
teach
man,
the kids.
nothing serious is done.
Yeah. So it's just about teaching the kids because I feel like kids have a lot of access to a lot of information
Yeah.
that sometimes
It can
the
mess
mind
them
like the mind is. Do you know the mind grows
Yeah.
as you grow?
Yeah.
So I feel like right now kids are growing at a fast.
Absolutely.
So you'll find that
Troy.
Yeah.
I want to pick up from a very interesting statement you began with, you know, being creative is not for everyone.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, who is a creative?
Yeah.
Because if we are if we are to zero it down,
Yeah.
Let's using this
Like it has become an
opportunity
interview.
No, guys,
really have a radio show. out of us.
here's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Here's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
There's someone out there who has been seeing Troy. Troy is different people's motivation traits, different people's, want to be, they look up to him, especially guys in the fashion industry. And there could be someone who, like you said, creative, has music involved, there's fashion involved, but they fail to get the niche, and they're wondering, at what point do I know that I am a creative? Because this statement you made there, that's a strong statement. Not everyone can be a creative. Thank you so much. Not everyone can be. So when do I know that I'm a creative now?
Well, first of all, is when you can turn trash into gold.
Okay.
I am finished.
When you can turn trash into gold.
I was going to judge for OnlyFans people, but I guess they are creatives.
Yeah.
No, the fans don't. Maybe turning that trash into
They turn trash into gold. Wow. Okay.
I feel like it's that state of where you can create some magic out of nothing, or out of something that you have self-taught without the knowledge or the scripts, or you haven't picked it up from anywhere. It's something you do very freely, that even if it doesn't bring you money, you're still happy to do it. Even if it doesn't please the rest, but
at least it gives
carries,
satisfaction.
you feel like it's purposeful to you. I feel like that's a creative, because very many creatives are very, I feel like it's like a genius level. It's like a genius industry of, that's why every sector in the economy needs a creative in it.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? There's a graphics designer, there's a website designer, all those are creatives. You get what I mean?
Okay.
That the corporate world, the books cannot justify. You get what I mean? Like you'll have a guy who can come and strategize your marketing plan based on maybe current affairs, but his mind is like wild on this will transition to this, and you as a corporate guy, the numbers are not mathing.
Different.
You go until you see that, you're like, oh, now I didn't know that camera was going to hit suicide. Oh, it was a good pump from that. So I feel like that's where you know that this is a creative.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Man, as we close that off, I feel like first of all, you guys are dope businesses, man. What you used to do? What were you doing in school?
In school, I did a number of things. In primary, I used to host fights.
What? Wow, bro. Wow.
What? Yo,
My first influencer.
you should manage alien skin
My first.
because you're going to make a killing.
My first influencer gig was in kindergarten.
What?
I used to promote my mom's cakes. In school, yeah. Promote it. My second influencer gig was in primary, Bad Valley.
The 1700s were different.
Fights between Bad Valley and Buganda Road. So my role was to go to like during break time, lunchtime in Bad Valley and tell them about the fighter who's coming from Boogie Road. I would be like, this guy fought the cook.
So wait. So guys would like real square themselves and like collect and shit.
And let me tell you, there was something about high school fights or school fights. If you have fought a cook, you are the guy.
You clubbed that guy because he gave you less portion.
If you want to watch the fight, you would collect 100 shillings. If you want to fight, you like the fight is free, but you get 500 shillings every time the other guy falls down. Do you know what 500 shillings?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what 500 shillings was?
I can only imagine Beewol.
So guys are like, you know what? Let me go and fight. Unless if I could the other guy to fall down twice, I get my
money.
I cover.
No,
So I was always a line of fighters. That was my.
Dasha, what business venture?
I was supporting businesses. I didn't have like any particular business I was in, but every time someone would come in with anything illegal, I was a guy.
I thought you already.
No, as the cash-in guy.
Mutuzo.
I feel like Mutuzo did some business.
Mutuzo, you must have sold some funny things.
Actually, I didn't sell anything funny, but like,
What did you do?
I don't know why you think I might have been notorious in school, but
You didn't do any nail polishing.
Did you do any
No.
extracurricular activities that were not on the circular?
PE
hey,
activities.
I feel like one day my parents might watch this pod.
They will.
They will.
They will, but not this
Actually-
episode.
I can't
This is what you tell them.
Yeah.
This episode.
At least you say it turned out this good. Like,
I'm really turning out amazing.
Yeah.
But my first school, I didn't do anything. My second school, there was junior achievement. So we used to do bands, I think soap or something like that. But then our matron used to do Pasitavata in Uganda or English. Tumbuya, like I don't know how they call him in, but like you know, like how you get like Irish or rice and then you put them in.
Mtumbua.
No,
I think, and then you put them in like cassava flour, then you deep fry. Guys, I don't know the word, but if you're Mtoro, tumbuya. I need someone to translate it for me. So I used to, my matron at that school would make them every evening, and then she would give me a bucket to go and sell them. So if I sell,
That's a solid gig.
I get money. Or I get like, so she would make money and then she'd tell me like 10 are yours. So but the 10 that are mine are sold last. So if I wanted to make the money, I have to make sure. And then she would also make cabbage and dodo, like greens basically for kids. And I would sell that like a spoon, like 100 shillings, I think. But like, yeah. My third school was there for like a term. My first school, I used to. You see, people think makeup yesterday.
From way back.
Listen, so my third school, not third, fourth.
Your other school.
One of those.
We have lost count.
I was small, so I could go through any window. Now there was an atrium. In that atrium, there used to be sockets, and people wanted to charge their phones. So I had to go, because I was really small. Okay, there were other small kids in school, but like those small kids didn't have your audacity. So I would go through that window to like put their phones to charge and then go back to pick them. So because of the risk I was taking,
You will be
serious man.
More risk, more money.
And
More risk, more
so,
but
they
also, okay,
explained
let me
it
actually, do you see that it's not very far from the business?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
not. You take the risk,
Yes.
you get paid. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to take the risk.
Let me tell you my business. And I won't even say that school, but the people I helped will know. So as on two sides of the spectrum. At one point in time, I was a very fake person in school. So I used to wash plates for A6 guys.
What?
That's
Yo, bruv. So
That's a wiki.
you know, like, as people are going for prep,
Pyepar.
as people are going for prep, you go through the A6 dormitories, get all their plates, wash, take them back. I was always the last person in.
Did you seek therapy after that?
Let me tell you. So there's this guy. I washed his plates for like a year. A year, and he was like, "Ah, man, you're very like you're very cultured. Like you do everything the exact way you're supposed to do, and you don't complain." I have this gig.
What was the way of washing plates for him to say very cultured?
Don't worry, this guy, he was cooking me. So this guy is like, "I'm leaving, but I have something I've been doing. I want you to take over. You're going to do it in O level. I have someone who's already doing it in A level." So I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Pichi?" I'm like, "Okay, I have a phone. On this phone, there are movies. But these movies are for big people." Yes. So these movies are for big people. But what we do is, I go for prep. I go with this phone every 30 minutes. If I give you the phone, you have to be 4 of you. Every 30 minutes, all of you are going to give me 1,000 shillings. Because I'd sit in class, I'd be in NS6 class, I see you guys shuffling the entire.
Like,
What the hell, And when they prolonged prep time, S6s used to celebrate. I'm like, you guys are celebrating because you get to spend more time in class. Spend more time.
There was a blue movie.
Blue movie.
You could have been like co-founder of OnlyFans.
I made money. Like to that point of when I was getting expelled, there was no evidence, but they just knew the money this guy has, he cannot be doing innocent shit.
That's some groundbreaking business.
I hope you're maintaining the momentum on Twitch though, because last time you told us you're on Twitch, people are watching your feed.
This is the shocking bit that Uncle came from washing people's
Dishes.
plates.
Yeah.
To be a whole boss.
Watching people.
So speaking of creative, I want to talk about Kendrick Lamar and his halftime performance at the Super Bowl.
Eh,
I
must
hope we all
we
know
talk
what
about
that
it?
is.
I just want to say
yeah.
this. He is the level of petty I subscribe to. Okay?
We all do.
People think I am petty. I think I am really, genuinely, and not petty person.
Reason,
But he set the bar up here.
Yeah.
I promise. Nzija.
The guy was
That's
like-
the petty.
So what did you love about his performance?
He brought someone's ex.
Not one.
Blood.
Yeah.
Even me,
point.
that's when I was like,
Serena Williams?
yeah.
I want to hurt my
one.
exes.
Not one. Even Caesar is Drake's ex.
Listen.
That nigga got
That
a
is
trip
the
hardly.
petty. That is the petty
Yeah.
I subscribe to. I need to like.
And did you see
let
how
me go
excited
down,
Williams
I go
was?
further.
Pulling
We
those
enter
moves?
the basement. I enter the foundation of the building. Like I don't know. People shouldn't tell me I'm petty anymore. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I think
We would like to sing their songs, but they like to sue.
Sing it anyway. I feel like it shows you that there's certain people you shouldn't mess with. And I feel like Kampala needs a Kendrick, not even just a Kendrick, like it needs like
Kendrick
20,
Lamars?
like 20 Kendrick Lamars. One that just go Palazzo on them.
but is an alien skin making himself out to be
Hey, Kendrick.
that kind of person?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like in Uganda, you can go out with saying shit about people that you even don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And you just walk freely on
You
the
just
streets.
walk freely, yeah.
Because you don't know what you're ruining. There are people actually who lose businesses, lose
Out of the
family,
shit you said.
lose themselves because of certain shit people say in Kampala. Or certain people, like, it's even you get it, that's the depth of it. Yeah. But then there's also the fun fact of it. Of you think you're good at what you do. There are people by the
There's someone who can sort you out.
yeah, who do this shit for lack of even the better word, like to prove you that it's time, it's the art,
Yeah.
it's the
There's a lot
because if you
involved.
even watch Kendrick's interviews, his wordplay, his stories, his songs,
His
they carry
videos.
meaning. His videos,
Yeah.
clothing line. Uncle Samuel L. Jackson was acting like
Oh,
Uncle
yeah.
Sam. It's so historical.
Yeah.
If you even take away the music, it's like a story
That's
that's
a story.
being told through his art.
Look, for me, how do I say this delicately? Because I don't want us to be cancelled.
Just say it. They will forgive
I'm
us.
sure Kendrick couldn't cancel us. Hey,
This is a
Forgive
Kendrick.
us.
man.
Does any of you have Drake music?
They're not like us.
I do.
They're not like us.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby says that, oh.
Such a good time.
I think,
I'ma
look,
go back
I,
to
I, I, I
sleep.
love creativity.
Yeah.
Right? I
There
love
you
creativity.
go.
Yeah.
I'm a big Kendrick fan, right? I think though that in the context of the Super Bowl, I think this particular performance was not as global a performance as previous halftime show performance, right? This one was more like you needed to know the gist between Kendrick and Drake to understand why Serena.
But-
was
but I think the world
or why
knows.
Caesar. No, not the whole world knows. And for me, the appeal of the Super Bowl, they're trying to make it global, right?
Yeah.
Which is why when MJ gets on stage and stands and he keeps quiet, and it's showing in Japan, in South Africa, it's showing in Namibia, it's showing in Nigeria, the entire world is like, fuck.
It's MJ.
Now this one, you needed to have the gist of why is Serena dancing? Like you needed to know that
It's
there's
Serena
beef.
Drake is
Yeah.
so
You needed
makes sense.
to know
Okay, yeah.
that Serena, there's a background to why she's there.
Yeah.
There's a background why this other chick, like there's a background to the song itself.
By the way, let me
Yeah.
tell you, I didn't
So that's
know.
one.
Because I first saw Serena was on stage, I
Was
kept
making
seeing
sense.
clips,
So
but
Why
like
is Serena on stage? She's
I'm not a football fan.
Yeah.
I'm also Bambi, don't cancel me. I'm not a Drake fan. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan. Like I love a completely different kind of music. I don't understand it. But like when they started releasing songs hitting at each other, people were talking about it, and
You got
I've
intrigued.
never listened to any of the songs in
Yeah,
that
but
beef.
also- yeah.
But someone just mentioned he brought the ex on stage, and I
That's
immediately
the
got
case, right?
invested.
I know that's the case. So
Beewol.
So just to kind of wrap up that, that I think in the context of somebody who who wants the Super Bowl to be a global thing, they lost in that perspective, right? Because
Yeah.
you needed to have the background gist
True.
to understand that this is actually a big deal. Now, if you had the background gist, it was a big fucking deal. Like, what the fuck do you mean this guy brought that person is X and this person is that's like, if you had that gist.
Do you think the Grammys have anything to do with this? Because you talk about the historical gist, and we can all agree to disagree that Drake has had his equal bad share with the Grammys.
Yeah.
You know, for the longest time, Drake has been one of the artists that has, rubbished the Grammys. He has, put the Grammys in their
After winning
place.
tremendously there.
That's very true. However, we can also agree, if you look at numbers 2024, Drake was the most streamed artist from Jan to December.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
Absolutely.
Now you have this beef going on, and it's brewing at a point where they're going to announce the performer at the Super Bowl, and for some reason, it's
That's
Kendrick.
what I'm coming to. Yeah, like it's also a
Then you,
business.
then you have
It's also-
then you have the Grammys, awards that this man has abused for a while,
Yeah.
and then his beef mate is walking out with five
Five,
Grammys.
The
Yeah.
context of the US.
It was, and it's
In
just
the
like
context of
a
the
business
Yeah.
numbers
From
thing.
Me as a
Yeah.
Ugandan,
Yeah.
I felt like they lost me. Me as a Ugandan, they lost me, right?
It makes
Because that beef on an American level, I get it, right? The same way, for example,
So it's the
Tupac
Bobby
and-
Wayne and
Entertainment
the-
level, maybe it would have.
So can we bring
some
it down
people
to like
lost,
the Ugandan
it makes
context?
sense.
Outside, yeah.
Beewol.
If you hate both Drake and
Actually,
and
when you
Kendrick,
said it,
Beewol.
when you said it like that, it has made sense
Yeah.
as compared to people who are going online and
let's
actually
say-
trashing out
Yeah.
the entire performance.
the pro Drake
The-
people.
yeah.
Now, if somebody who hates Drake
Yeah.
and hates Kendrick,
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, they were bored.
Yeah,
You see that?
yeah,
For them, they're like, what the fuck?
yeah.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
No. He was trying to give examples, and I was telling him maybe we should bring it down to like the Ugandan context. Say there is like a football match at Nambole, and the performers not performers, but like
The
one of the
spectators?
performers is say Bobby Wayne. Back then, where Bobby Wayne and Bebe Cool, the
Yeah.
beef was like a thing.
Yeah.
So I was just telling you maybe instead of using Tupac and whoever
So
you
in the
say,
context
like let's
of here,
bring it to
it's
like the
understandable.
Ugandan
Yeah.
context.
I have a different.
That's
Yeah.
that people in Uganda will understand
Yeah.
the beef between Bobby Wine and Bebe Cool, right? Or there's a time where
and
And see, that's what I'm saying.
They say
Yeah.
that this thing, the Super Bowl, is supposed to be, because they always say, they try to say it's bigger than the World Cup, which obviously it's not, right? They're trying to say the Super Bowl is a global thing. That's the conversation, the narrative they're trying to push, right? So in trying to push that narrative, you have to align it with a global kind of conversation.
Yeah.
But when you now,
And the global future, which
Yes.
is an artist in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I beg to
so
differ.
for me, that
I,
was my.
I beg to differ. Let me tell you why. The one thing I've seen about creatives is the best creatives are the most authentic creatives. Like the people I've worked with, and you tell them, guy, if you're going to do this, you need to do it like this because the show is broad and all that. And the guy is like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Me, when I'm creating, this is exactly what I create, and this is why my people love me. This is how authentic I am. Yeah. And I'll give an example for this show. We've had a lot of feedback. Yeah. Of course, we take all of it in, but then the people who come and they're like, yo, man, you should do that show like this so that more people watch. Or you should call it like this so that, this and this happens. And me, in my head, I always go back to my notes and be like, but
What is the original purpose? of-
exactly, like you're talking because you don't have a lot of information about this project. However, being a creative, I take the feedback, I welcome it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there is a reason why I am taking that lane.
particular route.
Why I'm saying that is, if you look at Kendrick, even from back then, this guy is a rebel. He has always been a rebel. If you listen to Money Trees, rebel, like
can
you
I get
listen
a
to
pin
all
of
the
maybe
lyrics.
skipping ko-ish?
Yeah.
Can you what?
The conversation.
Let's wrap it.
That's
So
it.
there's
We're
a
going to
song.
wrap it up quickly.
There's a
Yeah.
song where Kendrick talks about how they picked him up from home, got his boys, went stole a PS. Then in the next song, that friend died. You get like he is a builder,
The storyteller.
He's a visual builder. His things are never just plain. So I think that wasn't Kendrick's issue.
Yeah.
That was Super Bowl's issue. Because
Yeah,
even Super Bowl
that's the point,
knew.
yeah.
They knew if we bring Kendrick, we cannot tell him what
Numbers.
to do.
Yeah.
And
And,
that's
they had to
why-
ride on controversy as well.
Yeah, exactly. And for Super Bowl, it's a business aspect. Like if you see the views, the numbers, the people will buy
Even the
tickets
people
because
who
of that
even the people who came for the
controversial
Super Bowl,
beef.
you know,
Yeah.
Donald Trump himself being the first US
And
sitting
do you know he
president
actually
to
dissed
attend that.
Donald Trump indirectly?
Exactly.
Chose the wrong guy,
Tyler Swift,
right guy, the
Tyler
wrong
Swift
time.
was among the
Like,
people attending, and you know there's beef between Tyler Swift and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of friction that Super Bowl was riding on. However, guys, we're running out of time. The producer is signaling us, but I understand, Troy, you've been working on something new, and for the fashion lovers out there,
That's right.
the creatives out there, Troy.
Yeah.
Let these people know what you've been working on. I know Denim Cartel is about to,
Yes, sir.
spire up with some interesting merch. Let us
Yeah.
know what's
Do you
been
have
cooking.
controversial
So-
merchandise coming?
I think I do. If your IQ level is kind of low, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, man.
I like that. I like that.
So
God.
let me just tell you a snippet about the collection that I'm dropping. It's a limited edition and it's called Levitate. So introducing Levitate by Denim Cartel. Levitate embodies the essence of rising above life's challenges, inspired by the concept of levitation. If you don't know what levitation is where objects defy gravity and they're just floating and this. Yeah, you're just floating. Like even if things are trying to bring you down, you keep what?
Floating.
Because gravity ain't
Medication.
you get what I mean?
Medication makes me high.
What does limited edition mean?
Limited edition means there are very few pieces on sale, and once they sell out,
You're not making anymore.
yeah,
That's what limited edition means.
Yeah.
Limited edition doesn't mean that if you're rich, you as a person,
yeah, you will come and
you can
tell
afford
me.
it, you're the only one who can. No,
Nah.
limited edition means if there are 20 pieces, even if there is a poor person,
And they grab that.
And
they
they have
They
self,
grab
they are
that. It's a
combining.
wrap.
Because I'll just one day wake up and say now it's just like stocks.
Yeah.
I can tell you that people have Levitate if you want to resell it because this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
10 years
is
from
this
now.
part of what's
Yeah, these are the jerseys.
There's a jacket.
These are the
a good shirt of
Levitate jerseys.
Levitate jersey for stand around.
See that dove could make you fly.
That's my man.
Yeah, Cartel.
Yes, I.
And what the hell is this? What
There's
the hell
a
is this
jacket
one
here.
What is
Now this is a dove.
this? Is
So
a
this
dove.
is where we defy gravity.
Which camera is seeing this dove properly? The other one.
The
Yeah.
other.
Right
So what's
there.
this dove? What was?
The dove is a symbol. Can I just finish this? I feel like it will
Yeah,
carry
yeah.
more meaning. Yeah, so where objects defy gravity, this collection encourages you to transcend obstacles and elevate your spirit. And you know stories about doves when Jesus being baptized and what spirits. Yeah, and these designs feature mesmerizing wave patterns. You can see the shade of the patterns. Yeah, there's a symbol that ems and the flows of life. The black waves. These are the dark waves that represent the unknown.
Wow.
And
Guys,
while the colored waves, this as it goes and lightens up, signify hope, resilience, and the beauty of rising above.
Bruh.
So experience Levitate the collection, where fashion meets inspiration. Elevate your style, elevate your spirit.
Thank God you told me this.
this felt so much like a poem.
Yo.
I don't know, did like is
Thank
this a
God.
poem?
Thank God you
It's not a
told
poem, it's a story.
Thank God you
It
told
felt
us.
so much like a poem.
That, thank God you told me I know you're sober. Because had you been doing some Kendrick, I would have said, yo, bro, nah.
What have you been
That's-
smoking?
Yeah. So do we have only the is it a t-shirt? Is it what is it? What do you call
It's
it?
a jersey.
It's a jersey.
And you know, UG, man.
In the sport.
UG.
UG.
I feel like I feel like I
probably
need
for rugby mostly.
no all sports.
All sport, yeah, all sport.
So this is like a fashionable jersey, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also feel like we Ugandans need to know who we are.
Yeah.
We Ugandans need to know our global presence. You see what the girls are doing with
Yeah,
netball.
yeah.
The guys are gonna Nigeria. We are coming for you.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right?
And it's just like there are too many Ugandans doing things out there in the world.
Yeah.
In the entertainment industry, Daniel Kaluuya in the movie industry,
Yeah, sure.
Miss Banks in the music industry.
Yo, man,
like
Hyper
big
Faisal.
name.
Faisal,
Doing big
podcasting and
things.
shit.
And we do not appreciate these people. We might appreciate them on the internet,
Yeah.
but we need to appreciate them
Yeah.
and also understand who we are. Let the creative guys out there try and feel your energy.
Yeah.
Feel you that I'm really loving and back home, and I feel it. Yeah, I feel it that I'm loved, but I feel
Yeah.
like we need to let's take it a step and another notch up. Yeah.
Let them express
Because
their
the
love in a
world-
physical form.
Let me tell you, whenever you travel around and you mention I'm Ugandan, what's the feedback you get? yo, you're from Uganda.
Yeah, how do you handle?
We're very friendly. Two, we are very creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like
Guys love us.
Ugandans go through the worst, but still shine, but
God
still have
damn.
time to smile. And
That's-
sometimes it's genuine smiles. It's not just I'm in the
Most
bag.
times,
Yeah.
yeah.
But through the depression, through that, the
We
trials
suffer
and
the most.
tribulations, we still give love. Ugandans are kind people. You get what I mean?
It is what it is, guys.
Yeah, Ugandans are very kind. So that's why wherever I go, I'm so proud to be Ugandan.
You're clad in Uganda.
Yeah.
So we have jazzers. What else do we have
We
on
have
the
bomber
collection?
jackets. We have
Jackets?
t-shirts.
The bomber jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that thing there.
Limited
I
edition.
don't know
This
if you
jacket
guys
'cause
can-
the front is wild.
Can I get it?
Yeah, you can.
Are we seeing it? Can we see
First
it?
time.
Can we see it?
Can
First
pick it,
time
pick
on
I want to like?
Can she
It's
bring
been a
it?
while since I
Yeah.
was a model,
Can she
but
bring it?
Yeah, national podcast.
That's how we go close the pod. That's how we go close the pod.
No. I know I won't close the pod.
Wait.
So some people may not
Hold
know.
on.
As
Yeah.
Mutuzo comes back, some people may not know this, but Troy is also into music.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And what's going to wrap up this pod today is each of us has to give a freestyle. Freestyle, them guys. We told people episode 5 will be different.
What do you mean each of us has to give a
A
freestyle?
freestyle.
Yeah.
Can it be from?
Can this like
Let's
can the
wrap up.
camera
Oh yeah.
like-
First look at this jacket though.
Turn around, Mutuzo.
guys, wait,
Turn
it's so
around.
pretty.
One in
Zija,
30.
topa pia baguzi.
Lala come love man in the guy.
But the guy into they don't tell us the price.
Zija,
price.
topa
Now
pia
this only goes for
bantu.
$100, 350K for Ugandan shilling.
Yeah.
And that's
Guys,
levitate.
the dove things for levitating.
You might fly.
Yeah.
Shoulder.
Ugandan.
Waliwa wano.
Ugandan.
This is
shoulder.
like-
Chuka.
But-
Yeah.
Ah,
That
I
back,
hadn't
yes.
seen this yet.
Yeah.
Then turn.
Oh, it also has like some denim.
Yeah.
Feel.
Yeah, like
Cartel
wano.
business.
Like denim.
Alright.
This is leather. This is
Michelle,
what material?
Turn around.
Please.
Fleece.
I
There's
see why
fleece.
her modeling career didn't go far.
Turn around. Michelle. Bakulari, mamiga.
Obado no kutambula. Guys,
Topa pia
video za
baguzi.
Ati you.
Guys,
Okay.
what's behind? What's Pyepar
This
doing?
one failed.
What's
What's the back?
What's at the back?
That's levitate.
There's
The
levitate, the symbol.
and levitating.
obudde ne mu frame.
Komawe.
Koma wenu, koma wenu.
buka wo.
Oba oyagala fulumira ddala.
Buka wo izo buka.
So now bend for the one.
So guys,
Yeah.
as we wrap it up, yeah, because I know we are really time back. Troy, there's a project, there's a music project I've been
Yeah.
seeing you
Yeah.
doing, and I think it started from your
Guinness
partnership with
brothers.
Guinness.
Yeah.
Guys, man,
Shout out
by
to
the way, shout out to you, BL, man. You
Shout
guys
out
gave
brothers.
us a show.
Black Shines
Guys,
back.
You know it.
I put that up on my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Black
25K
Shines.
impressions.
I feel like
Yeah.
They
They understand
as a
the fashion.
storyteller,
They understand.
Faisal, yeah?
Yeah.
Media wrote their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newspapers wrote their stuff. TV presenters wrote their stuff. They didn't pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
We were celebrating a month of vitiligo, and a vitiligo model walk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There is no show where a corporate company gives you creative freedom like what
Thomas
Guinness
Edison.
did.
Oh, that was dope. Yeah.
You saw that, you wrote that. When I was reading your script, I literally got goosebumps and still getting goosebumps.
Tell that to my
shows-
ex.
It shows
Tell
how
my
much,
exes.
it shows how much details you see
Yeah.
and how of a good writer you are. And
Today's show.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
Back to music, yo.
Yeah,
So
back to
tell
music.
us about that music.
back to music. I feel like same thing. I love people, man. I love artists. I love being in the entertainment industry. And what we did with Axon, the Godfather, the producer, is we are trying to create camps where we create safe spaces. It's therapy for artists, but we also create safe spaces for these musicians are not only our friends, but sometimes when you create a safe space for someone to work in, you see magic. You see collaboration happen. You see how much you need to learn from each other. You get what I mean? So sometimes it's fusing these worlds of this is a creative industry of fashion, music, art, IT, what? But how do we empower each other and create magic? And that's how I ventured into music. And yeah, Cartel EP is also dropping soon.
So your stage name is?
Denim Cartel.
Or for music?
For music.
Yeah, man.
Denim Cartel.
Denim Cartel, because I don't want it to go so far away from the fashion. So we're trying to make sure it's music, fashion, and art. Yeah.
Music,
So I'm not
fashion,
literally
art.
singing, but I own the project as an artist.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
This is what happens when musicians go to school.
Thank you. You want to hear skill?
This is what happens when musicians go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start with Mutuzo. Give
Let's
it.
me tell you.
You know, just because Pyepar had a whole week to himself rehearsing and making sure
this
that
was not in the
he
show
closes
notes.
this
I
out
think you guys
with a
are
banger.
Faisal,
You might get inspiration.
Give us.
Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Send by the savior, welcome the Rasta youth. You know if he ask you do, and the general issuing a warning. The people them are boys and them are mediocre. If all of the fall when it than Ethiopia, we live in from down, cause not no easy about ya. Even Bantan say it's not an easy road to cooperation. Not you put the motherland, calling us soldiers to call it fatherland. We're writing on your plan, bad colleagues. So I'm calling what? So I'm booting. Nothing serious in life, we are right them.
Nothing serious. Till next
To
time.
Denim Cartel.
Yes, I.
Fucking Cartel.
let's swagger.
Right.
Guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment,
Oh my God, we
share.
forgot.
Where's the top?
What is wrong with you guys?
Somewhere there.
Finish.
Here.
Yeah.
No, it's here.
Please
The top here.
subscribe, share, comment, like. We love you guys.
We do actually.
Love us back.
And, yeah, enjoy your Valentines. Well, this is
Mwah.
after Valentines.
We hope you had a good Valentine.
It's a caption. You also subscribe. Mulaba matutu mpav. Chini yao just shara tutu bonga kwa mbonze. Subscribe and like shout out to you.
See you next time.
Fighting.
It's over.
You guys.
It's over.